All right, everyone, let's quickly have a look where we are right now at a sentiment point of view. If we look at the North American session side, S&P 500, Dow Jones, and Nasdaq currently steadier and haven't given up on their gains. On the Germany and Europe and UK 100 side from EMEA side, stocks are currently moderately down, but not that much. It's been really cautious behind the emergency election called by French president. If we look at the Asia Pac side, China, it is also not doing quite well. It's just standing at 12,000 level. So overall, there is some positive bias, some risk on bias on the equity market side. However, we need to be very cautious by looking at some of the other events coming ahead of New York North American session. So let me just bring up the other chart. So if we look at the precious metals, oil is bit down. Gold, silver, copper is also just range bounding. If we look at have a closer look, it's just trading right over there after having a bit loss, after having a bit downbeat from yesterday's session. And from a yield sector point of view, majority of the yields are showing some good signs of upward, which technically leads us to a risk on sentiment. So overall, we are having a bit of cautious or mixed, or let's say just a bit positive sentiment across the major asset classes. And if we look at the currency strength point of view, currently Swiss franc is leading the way, and New Zealand is really having a hard time to push back towards the other currencies. So weakest currency today is New Zealand, and we have a strongest currency of Swiss franc. So if we also have a look at the economic calendar, what we had overnight was RBA cash rate, and RBA came in as expected 4.35%, not changing their perspective on if they're gonna hold or cut the rates. It's just leaving everything on the table. And if we look majorly the headlines, we had so RBA kept the cash rate at 4.3%, and it also retweeted that gold remains resolute to its determination to return inflation to the target. And the key point is that the RBA is not ruling anything in or out. So right here, path of interest rate that will best ensure that inflation return to the target in a reasonable time frame remains uncertain, and board is not ruling anything out in or out. So overall, it was not something to trade because there wasn't any deviation. We have market was totally expecting a rate to stay at 4.35%. Now the next key event we are having is the core retail sales. I mean, guys, I don't really trying to trade this, but it is not something that I don't want to watch. The major event we're gonna be having a CPI report coming from the Britain. So that's it for the next economic event perspective from the next few days, next few hours. And also from the sentiment point of view, just a reminder that we are having a bit cautious sentiment across the board, and from a yield perspective, it's just showing a bit sign of upward slope. So that being said, you all have a great trading start trading of the day, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know.